amazing. I'm still in awe. I'm still in awe. Like, this isn't my design. This is the community design. It's almost like a community wall in our home, because I can take the credit of putting it up there, but I would have never been able to do it myself without the help of the community.
Sure looks pretty great. I can't take credit for that joke. That's from Jennifer Lagrasso, who did the story. You can read more of it online at cbc.ca/Windsor. We take a quick peek at the Ambassador Bridge and wait for the forecast from Nick Sirkovich next.
Hi, I'm Dave Cassidy, President of Unifor Local 444. 'Tis the season to give. That's where CBC's Sounds of the Season charity food drive comes in. For more information, visit cbc.ca/Windsor.
Amazing.
As we get closer to the end of the year, CBC Windsor is taking a look back at some of the stories that have been the most memorable. Tonight, Dale Molnar takes us back to a protest over restrictions in Leamington.
Hi, I'm Dale Molnar. The story that sticks out for me in my recollection of 2021 is a rally that was held in front of a restaurant in Leamington in April. It was supporting this restaurant, which was flaunting the COVID-19 rules. They were allowing people to just come in unmasked. No one was social distancing. And what struck me about this, about the folks who are doing this sort of stuff, like the Church of God, for example, in Aylmer and Leamington, they were controversial, is that their total lack of respect for the media and their total lack of respect for truth and real information, and on the other hand, believing misinformation is the truth. This is a disturbing trend that I've seen. In my whole 35 years of journalism, I've never seen it so bad. I hope it goes away. So I guess what I'm trying to say is, yes, journalists aren't always perfect. We aren't always right. We do make mistakes sometimes, but we are the ones who try to get at the accurate information. So trust us. You can.
Wise words from Dale Molnar there. If you're growing wary of shorter days and shrinking sunlight, not to worry. Tomorrow, it's the winter solstice. That means a little more daylight just around the corner. Fiona Odlum explains.
The winter solstice marks the first day of astronomical winter. It's also the day with the shortest amount of sunlight. But what actually happens on the day of the winter solstice? This year, it's happening on Tuesday, December 21st at exactly 9:59 a.m. Central Standard Time. We know the exact minute because it's when the Earth's axis is pointed the furthest away from the sun. This means the sun's path is as low in the sky as it can get, even at high noon. A fun thing to do on the day of the winter solstice is to head out around noon. That's where you'll see your shadow, and it'll be the longest shadow you'll see all year. It's all thanks to the angle of the sun. Try standing in the same place on the summer solstice, and you will barely see your shadow. While the solstice does mark the beginning of winter, it also marks the beginning of more sunlight. So enjoy that sunshine, arriving soon.
Speaking of sunshine, our Nick Serkovich joins us now for a look at the forecast. Not bad, eh, buddy? To enjoy a little bit more of that daylight.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, we turn the corner and then we start to add minutes to our days. It's daylight. Yeah. Now, with that being said, we've got some colder temperatures in the forecast as we kick off winter, but will it stick around for Christmas? I'm going to tell you coming up in just a second here. We're hit 4 degrees today, so a little bit on the warm side, seasonally speaking there. As we look at the cloud cover, generally speaking, a mix of sun and cloud across the region. We're tracking a couple of weak systems that are going to move through the region here. So some cloud cover as we move through tonight and into tomorrow, a mix of sun and cloud, increasing cloud cover through the afternoon, and then the risk of a few wet flurries as we move through the evening hours tomorrow into Wednesday, kind of clears out. And then again, another system that sort of pushes through, looking at a few flurries there. Nothing really accumulating with this. You will feel the colder temperatures, though, especially through the overnight period. So that's going to make it feel very winter-like as we head through the next couple of days. Tonight, -3 degrees down in Windsor. Still above seasonal, though, for this in terms of the temperatures. 3 degrees for tomorrow with mainly cloudy skies. The risk of a few flurries there. Into the long-range forecast, though, well, a little interesting, I'm going to say. With all the weather that we've had lately, I was thinking there's a potential that we might actually have a white Christmas. However, doesn't look that way, unfortunately. As we head into midweek, look at that. We've got -1, and then by Friday and Saturday, I'm sorry, man, it's like 5 degrees here on Friday.
That's
and
okay.
Rain showers.
That's the joy, though, right? We're the southernmost point of Canada. We come here, we enjoy our time. Maybe we go and we just rake the lawn, sweep the leaves. I don't know what we do. We've got to find something different. Last year we found some, though.
Yeah, I was actually talking to somebody recently about, just a couple weeks ago, our allergies were acting up. Because it wasn't a cold. Our allergies were acting up because I'm telling you, the plants, everything's confused. But what can I say? There you go.
Bye. Why not? Why not? What a year it's been, Nick. We'll ride it all the way out to Christmas here, bud.
Exactly. Good to see you again, eh?
Yeah, have a good one. Now, coming up, we're going to take you across the country to show you some of the better holiday light displays. You're not going to want to miss that.
Hello, I'm Katerina Georgieva with CBC Windsor. 'Tis the season for giving, and that's where the Sounds of the Season comes in. It's CBC's annual charity drive for local food banks. For more information on how to give, visit cbc.ca/Windsor.
We're seeing the scale of destruction in central Philippines 3 days after Typhoon Rai tore through and left at least 375 people dead. About 500 people were injured after the powerful storm slammed into the region last week. More than 50 others are still missing. Officials say the death toll will likely increase. Massive cleanup and repair work is ongoing to restore communication and power lines in many towns and villages. Refrigerated warehouses with large stocks of COVID-19 vaccines, they don't have electricity. Now they're running out of fuel. Another big worry, limited access to food and clean drinking water in some of the hardest hit areas. And some of the people in BC who were forced to flee after catastrophic flooding last month are still waiting to return. Renee Filippone checked in with residents who won't be home for the holidays and are trying to deal with that, and the people helping to make the season just a little bit brighter.
So the water kind of went all the way, filled the whole thing.
The damage is overwhelming for the Bowmans, who were evacuated in the middle of the night as water poured into their Merritt home.
Oh, Papa, look at the carpet.
It will be months before they're able to go home, something the children long for.
I kind of miss, like how it looks. It looks all dirty, and it used to look all shiny.
Christmas will be spent in the one-bedroom basement suite of this family member's home, where they will focus on what matters.
We're all safe, we're all taken care of, and we still have each other. In the end, just the material things, they come and go. They can be taken away from you so soon.
More than 1,000 people in BC are still out of their homes, spending the holiday season picking up what's left of their lives and figuring out what can be salvaged. Lee McLeod is still living in a Kelowna hotel, where he doesn't want to spend Christmas.
To not be home for Christmas, well, that's going to be a little bit, it's a kind of a loneliness sort of a deal, eh? Well, loneliness and homesick.
To make this season brighter, this donation center in Abbotsford is giving out food and toys.
We're doing what we can do to hopefully make what will probably be a very sad Christmas for a lot of people, hopefully a happier one.
Krista Spitters shows up with a box of toys to donate, despite losing her home and farm to the floods. Seeing how the community has come together is emotional, and she is glad she has family to stay with this Christmas.
I really have a hard time thinking about those that don't have, and it hurts.
And that's why this season of giving is so important here, especially when so many have lost so much. Renee Filipponi, CBC News, Abbotsford.
Really seeing what the need is like here across Canada, our own community, across the world. It's tough to take in sometimes. That's it for CBC Windsor News. Don't forget, for news anytime, you can go to our website, cbc.ca/Windsor. We're on social media too. You can check us out on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And to brighten up the show a little bit here before we go, we're going to give you a look at light shows across the country. The days may be shorter, but there are definitely very well-lit evenings in some Canadian neighborhoods. People have really unleashed their holiday creativity. Some pretty impressive light displays here.